In the colorful town of Furfuri Nagar, everyone knew two best friends. Their names were Motu and Patlu. Motu was round, cheerful, and loved samosas more than anything in the world. Patlu was thin, intelligent, and always tried to keep Motu out of trouble. People in the town often laughed when they saw the strange but lovable pair walking together. Even though Motu loved food and fun, his heart was pure. Patlu always said that Motu might look lazy, but inside he was the kindest person in the entire town. Every morning, the two friends met near the small samosa shop owned by John the Don's favorite place to spy on people. But the real owner was a kind old man who always smiled when Motu arrived. "Motu, how many samosas today?" the shopkeeper would laugh. Motu would smile widely and say, "Just 10, for now." Patlu would shake his head but secretly smile. Their life was simple and happy. But one day, everything changed. That morning Patlu did not come to the samosa shop. At first Motu thought Patlu was just sleeping late. But when hours passed and his friend still did not appear, Motu started to feel worried. Motu walked quickly to Patlu's small house. The door was slightly open. Inside, the room was dark and quiet. "Patlu?" Motu called softly. There was no answer. When Motu stepped inside, he saw Patlu lying on the bed. His face looked pale and weak. "Patlu!" Motu shouted in fear. Patlu slowly opened his eyes and tried to smile. "Motu, you came." Motu felt tears forming in his eyes. "What happened to you?" Patlu spoke weakly. I have been sick for many days. I didn't want to worry you." Motu's heart felt heavy. He ran to call the doctor immediately. Soon the town doctor arrived and examined Patlu carefully. His face looked serious. "Motu," the doctor said quietly, "Patlu has a rare illness. He needs a very expensive medicine from the city hospital." Motu felt the world spinning around him. "How expensive?" he asked nervously. The doctor told him the amount. Motu's age. Motu's hand started shaking. He had never seen that much money in his life. But Motu looked at Patlu sleeping weakly on the bed, and suddenly he made a decision. "I will get the money," Motu said firmly. That day Motu did something no one expected. For the first time in his life, he did not buy a single samosa. Instead, he started working everywhere he could. He carried heavy boxes in the market. He cleaned shops. He helped farmers in the fields. He even washed cars. The people of Furfuri Nagar were shocked. "Is that really Motu?" they whispered. The man who once spent all his money on samosas was now working day and night. Days passed. Motu's hands became rough and tired. His body felt weak from hunger because he saved every coin he earned. Sometimes when he walked past the samosa shop, the delicious smell made his stomach growl loudly. The shopkeeper called out kindly, "Motu, take a samosa. It's free." But Motu shook his head. "No. I must save the money." Then he quietly walked away. At night, Motu visited Patlu. Patlu was getting weaker. But every time Patlu saw Motu, he smiled. "Motu, you look tired." Motu quickly laughed. No. I am just practicing exercise." But inside, Motu was scared. Very scared. One evening, while Motu was working in the market, he suddenly fainted from exhaustion. People gathered around him quickly. When he woke up, he saw familiar faces standing near him. It was the police officer Inspector Chingam, the scientist Dr. Jotka, and many people from the town. Inspector Chingam crossed his arms and said in his funny style, "Why are you working like a machine, Motu?" Motu slowly explained everything. When the townspeople heard about Patlu's illness, many of them started crying. Everyone in Furfuri Nagar loved the friendship between Motu and Patlu. Dr. Jotka suddenly jumped excitedly. "I have an idea." He ran to his laboratory and started building a strange invention. Sparks flew everywhere. Machines made loud noises. After many hours, Dr. Jaka returned with a small device. "This machine can locate the rare medicine faster," he said proudly. Meanwhile, Inspector Chingum organized the entire town to help raise money. People donated whatever they could. Some gave coins. Some gave food. Some gave their savings. Even the samosa shopkeeper placed a big donation box outside his shop. On the box he wrote, "Save Patlu." Within 2 days, the entire town had collected enough money. Motu could not believe it. Tears rolled down his cheeks. "You all helped my friend," he whispered. Finally Motu rushed to the city hospital to buy the medicine. The journey was long and difficult, but Motu never stopped running. All he could think about was Patlu. When Motu finally returned to Furfuri Nagar, everyone gathered outside Patlu's house. The doctor quickly gave Patlu the medicine. Minutes passed. Everyone waited silently. Then suddenly, Patlu slowly opened his eyes. "Motu." Motu jumped with happiness. "Patlu." The two friends hugged each other tightly. Many people in the room started crying with joy. Patlu looked confused. "What happened?" Inspector Chingum laughed loudly. "Motu saved your life, my friend." Patlu looked at Motu and saw his tired face and rough hands. He understood everything. Tears filled Patlu's eyes. "You stopped eating samosas for me, didn't you?" Motu smiled softly. "Samosas can wait, but my best friend cannot." The entire town applauded. From that day on, the people of Furfuri Nagar never forgot the sacrifice Motu made for his friend. And Motu finally ate a samosa again. But this time, he shared it with Patlu. Because the two friends knew something very important. True friendship is more valuable than anything in the world. And in the small town of Furfuri Nagar, the story of Motu and Patlu became a legend, a story about love, sacrifice, and the strongest friendship anyone had ever seen.